Wike has told Mr. Buhari, he told Buhari to arrest Miyetti Allah bandits now, like you did to Nnamdi KANU. The governor further urged the federal government to ensure all terrorists on its watch list, regardless of their ethnicity or religion, are arrested and made to face the wrath of the law. Wike has slammed the government, especially Buhari, to face all bandits, terrorists, kidnappers, the same way he has arrested Nnamdi KANU of the indigenous people of Biafra, since he says all terrorists must be arrested. Now, the governor of Rivers State has, urged President Muhammadu Buhari administration to make a conscientious effort to arrest bandits and Miyetti Allah militias terrorizing the country. With the same vigor, it went after separatist leader Nnamdi KANU. Yes, I even enjoyed this. This English says Nnamdi KANU is a separatist leader, not a terrorist. Terrorist is different from separatist. Yes, Mr. Wike noted that despite the differences Rivers governor had with Mr. KANU, the rule of law and due process must be followed in his arrest and prosecution. The governor further urged the federal government to ensure all terrorists on its watch list, regardless of their ethnicity or religion, are arrested and made to face the wrath of the law. We must not make ulabola about the prosecution of Nnamdi KANU. I don't agree with his principle. I have come out and said you cannot annex my state to be your own, but that does not mean that you will not allow the law to take its course, Mr. Wike said while speaking during a live television. Mr. Wike, we know that he's a rigid man. He does not take nonsense. But as it is, he's saying the truth. That even if Buhari is going to arrest Nnamdi KANU, he should do the same to bandits, Boko Haram, kidnappers, and all likes. The governor further urged the federal government to ensure all terrorists on its watch list, regardless of their ethnicity or religion, and arrest and made to face the wrath of the law. Well, he has said we should not, make sentiments when arresting anybody, but that does not mean that you will not allow the law to take its course, Mr. Wike said while speaking during a live television interview. The Rivers State governor added, "You cannot say because Nnamdi KANU is from a particular area, let us prosecute him. The same thing must apply to all other people, the bandits and Miyetti Allah, those that are the criminal elements among them." Mr. Wike had recently justified the federal government for killing members of the independent people of Biafra, IPOB, led by Mr. KANU, warning members to repent as they will die like vultures without head. On Monday, the federal government announced the arrest of Mr. KANU. People's Gazette reported Attorney General Abubakar Malami accused Mr. KANU of subversive activities against the Nigerian state after jumping bail in 2017. The federal government, in a letter to the Western diplomats dated April 26, 2021, accused KANU of orchestrating the killing of 60 persons and the destruction of property in 55 violent attacks across the southeast and south-south zones in 4 months. The Ohaneze Indigo Worldwide, the apex Igbo socio-cultural organization which represents the interests of the Southeasterners, is yet to issue a public statement on the rearrest and rearrangement of Nnamdi KANU. But Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has expressed delight over the arrest and repatriation of the separatist leader. "I was very happy for 2 reasons. First, the man was on trial and he jumped bail. That in itself is a crime and no legal system should accept that," Mr. El-Rufai, a Fulani leader, said. Although Kenya High Commissioner in Nigeria, Wilfred Markage, had denied his country's involvement in the arrest of Mr. KANU, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Mr. KANU's attorney, insisted that Kenya police seized the indigenous people of Biafra leader while traveling through their international airport on June 18, detained and tortured him before handing him over to Nigerian government. So you can see there is no smoke without fire. Something is very, very fishy in this Kanu's arrest, or I would say with this Kanu apprehension, because ordinarily Mr. Kanu wouldn't have been arrested just like that. There is something, fishy about this. So according to Governor Wike, Wike said the same measure in which the government has used in arresting Mr. Kanu, Nnamdi KANU, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, should be extended as the same measure they should use to arrest the Boko Haram bandits, the Fulani herders, the criminal herders. They should also extend it to the Miyetti militias, and in a general sense, they shouldn't, be sentimental over this issue. And meanwhile, the issue that, or the English that has been used that Mr. Kanu was arrest. I would say he was apprehended in Kenya. They shouldn't use that word arrest, because Mr. Kanu has done nothing wrong except for the crime he did for jumping out bail, and that should be a fair hearing, or there should allow a fair hearing towards that, because Mr. Kanu wouldn't have jumped out the bail and ran away to exile. He explained, he said he was being attacked in his house, and due to that he had to escape, because afterwards, if they kill him, they would say it's unknown gunmen that came to his house to kill him. So he ran away for his dear life, just because he knows vividly that the Nigerian government, they are biased, especially the federal government and administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is very, very biased towards his government. His nepotistic attitude and genocidal, post or genocidal way of ruling the country, Nigeria, and his lopsided appointment towards the entity and sanity of the country, because he believes so much in his own clan, and this is not too good for human rights or constitution that says democracy for all, democracy of the people, for the people, and by the people. So Mr. Buhari in his administration is so nepotistic, and that's the reason why Nnamdi KANU ran away. Since then, Nnamdi KANU has been on the verge, on the neck of the government of Buhari, saying that Buhari is an incarnation. Buhari is dead. Buhari is this. And since then, they've been looking for Nnamdi KANU. Fortunately for the government, they got hold of him in Kenya, and he was apprehended and handed over to Nigerian police. That's the reason why Nnamdi KANU is being arrested. Well, I would like you to share your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Independent TV 7.